Friend, pal, brother, sister. We use those words far too easily. We call almost everyone a friend. But are they all the same? Is the person you trust with your silence the same as the one you laugh with at work? Is a true friend the same as someone you spend time with only because your interests align? We put the same label on very different people, and then we're surprised when we get hurt. A real friend, a close companion, a colleague you get along with, people you stay connected to for convenience or benefit. Are they all friends? Or are we just uncomfortable with drawing boundaries? The difference is rarely spoken out loud, but we feel it. Some people stand with you even when there's nothing to gain. Others disappear the moment the benefit is gone. And without realizing it, we place invisible stickers on people. This one is safe. This one is temporary. This one is only for good times. This one should never see my weaknesses. What determines those labels? Trust. Consistency. What someone does when it costs them something. Friendship is not defined by time spent together. It's defined by what survives when circumstances change. And once you understand that, you stop calling everyone a friend and you start choosing your words more carefully. Friendships rarely fall apart because of one big event. Most of the time, they break because of small wounds repeated over time. Tiny disappointments, unspoken resentments, moments we choose to ignore until we can't anymore. The first crack usually appears when trust is damaged. Lies, broken confidences, talking behind someone's back. Trust doesn't collapse all at once. It erodes, and once it cracks deeply enough, friendship never returns to its original shape. Then there is the loss of respect, mockery, belittling, ignoring boundaries. Love can tolerate many things, but respect cannot be replaced. When respect disappears, the bond slowly lets go. Another turning point is when friendship turns into a transaction, when every interaction is measured by benefit, when the relationship exists only as long as it is useful. If the connection ends the moment the advantage is gone, then it was never true friendship to begin with. One of the clearest signs is disappearing in difficult times. Everyone shows up when life is easy. Friendship reveals itself when things fall apart. Who stays, who listens, who doesn't run away. Then there is constant comparison and quiet competition. Friendship is not a race. Someone who cannot be happy for your success or secretly takes pleasure in your struggles is not a friend, no matter how long you've known them. Some betrayal simply cannot be repaired. A sentence spoken too carelessly. A choice made too selfishly. Certain lines once crossed cannot be uncrossed. And finally, there is one-sided effort. When only one person calls, only one understands, only one keeps forgiving and holding the bond together. Over time, even the strongest connection grows tired. Friendship begins with affection, survives through trust and respect, and quietly ends when those are gone. Not with noise, not with drama, but with distance. Starting a business with a friend, it can be one of the most rewarding experiences, or one of the fastest ways to lose that friendship. And the truth is, it all depends on how you approach it. On the one hand, friends already have trust. You know each other's strengths and weaknesses. You've shared experiences, laughs, maybe even tough times. That kind of understanding can give a partnership a head start that strangers rarely have. But, and this is a big but, mixing friendship with business comes with risks. Business is hard. It tests patience, tolerance, and decision-making. Money, responsibility, and pressure bring out sides of people you may not have seen in a casual setting. Even the closest friend can react differently when profit, loss, or authority is involved. Many friendships fail in business not because the friendship was weak, but because boundaries weren't clear. Roles must be defined, expectations must be communicated, finances must be transparent. Otherwise, resentment builds quietly, and the friendship suffers before anyone notices. You also have to accept that disagreement is inevitable. Two friends may have different visions, strategies, or priorities. That doesn't make anyone wrong, but it does test your ability to separate personal feelings from professional decisions. So, is it smart? It can be, but only if both parties are honest, disciplined, and willing to put the business first when necessary. A friendship that survives a business venture often becomes stronger because you've tested it under pressure. But a friendship that collapses because of poor planning, well, that's a lesson you never forget. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. Friends make great partners. If you treat the partnership like a partnership and the friendship like a separate treasure that deserves care, even when money and ambition are involved. Let me tell you a story about friendship. And if these videos continue, which they probably will, it means I'll be telling you many stories like this. Sometimes I talk too much. You'll have to be patient with me. I want to tell you about a friend of mine, someone I became friends with long before you were even born. A man I've seen almost every week for nearly 50 years. His name is Victor. Victor is only 2 years younger than me, but for you, he would probably look like a man from the Stone Age. He doesn't like mobile phones. In fact, he's distant from most technology. Anything beyond cars and light bulbs feels unnecessary to him. I've spent 50 years with Victor. 50 years. If I told you our adventures in Monaco and Athens, you would laugh until you couldn't breathe. But that's not the most important part. The most important thing is this. We were never hungry. When he had something, he shared it with me, and when I was 2 steps ahead, I took 1 step back. We always walked side by side. That's what kept us going. So here is my advice to you. Find yourself a Victor. Because this foolish life of ours needs to be witnessed by someone. Someone has to see it, remember it, and challenge it. Otherwise, you're not really living. Victor is still alive. We still play golf together. And when I tell him a story from something that happened to me in 1986, he can still look at me and say, "No, you old fool, that's not how it happened." And that is priceless. Please, make sure someone is a witness to your life, because without that, you will become very lonely.